Meantime, blue states across the nation allegedly using billions of taxpayer dollars intended for COVID-19 relief funds to push CRT education in public schools. A report coming from the nonprofit group One Nation shows 13 Democrat-led states funneled more than $46 billion from the American Rescue Plan funds for CRT. Joining us now to discuss is President of Parents Defending Education, Nicole Neily. Nicole, welcome. Thanks so much for coming on. Let's dive into this if we can. These states are reportedly using ARP funds under the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, billed as a fund to help schools safely reopen after the pandemic. But you say it's being used to introduce CRT into the classroom. Tell me more about what you found.
Sure. So the One Nation report, it shows that all these schools and all these states hijacked this funding, billions of dollars. And let's think back to February 2021, where we were told that this was a matter of life and death. I think many Americans, myself included, assumed that this meant that schools would use these funds for air purifiers to safely reopen our schools so that our children could return to in-person learning. Instead, let's then dig into some of the wording that the Department of Education and Secretary Cardona used at the time to address students' social and emotional well-being and address inequities. So this is where we see these funds now being used for social emotional learning, which is a Trojan horse for critical race theory, because this is when we start to introduce concepts like unconscious bias and things like that, culturally responsive teaching in the classrooms. And so it's little wonder, but it is still disappointing because the federal government has printed money that has been hijacked for political ends, not to keep our children safe and not to keep our schools open.
I know you're head of a group here speaking on behalf of parents. What have parents told you about sort of the education material that they found in their own kids' classrooms?
We have a tip line, and we receive between 50 to 200 tips a week from across the country. Parents, many of whom want to be anonymous, send us screenshots, hyperlinks, PDFs of the kinds of materials that their children are learning. They are indignant because after 2 years of COVID, our children have faced astonishing learning losses. I mean, the test scores, where children's proficiency rates are horrible. And, frankly, even before the pandemic, they weren't that great. But rather than spending the 7 or 8 hours every day in class that our children have, our schools are using 4 or 5 hours a day for programs on social emotional learning, on bullying, on race, on gender, on topics that, frankly, we don't want our children learning. I want my child to read. I want my child to write. I want my child to be able to do math. And that's not what these schools are doing with their finite time or their finite resources. And so parents are rightfully indignant about this.
You just want to go back to the basics when it comes to classroom curriculum. Let me also ask you about the issue you take with the possibility of changing Title IX. I know your group sent a letter to Secretary Miguel Cardona urging him not to rewrite this Trump-era Title IX policy. In part, you write, we represent parents, grandparents, and concerned citizens across the country who are worried that the forthcoming rule changes are a politicized effort to placate activists. In fact, the sweeping changes to Title IX that you are reportedly set to announce would erode the very rights that protect all students regardless of sex and ensure a safe and equitable learning environment. And Nicole, this kind of has to do back with the discussion of gender identity. What can you tell our viewers about this?
Sure. So we're waiting any day now for the Department of Education to release their proposed rewrite of Title IX, which is supposed to prevent discrimination on the basis of sex. What the Biden administration has signaled they plan to do is to overlay sexual orientation and gender identity into the statute, which is not constitutional. If that's something they want to do, then they should do it through Congress. But by adding gender identity to this rule, it will then prevent schools from exercising discretion over things like locker rooms, over things like bathrooms, over overnight field trips where children want to be spending the night. I think families have a lot of concerns about safety for their children in athletics, about safety in private spaces such as locker rooms, and then also, frankly, for fairness. Let's think about all these female athletes that have sweat and worked for years and years to try and win scholarships and places on the podium. And those are going up to biological males. And so I think a lot of families have deeply held concerns. And frankly, anytime a parent expresses those concerns, they're called a bigot. We're not bigots because we want to keep our daughters safe. And so I think we are very, very concerned about what the Biden administration is going to do, and we are going to fight tooth and nail.
All right, and we'll be watching the actions you take. Nicole Neily, thanks so much for coming on today and sharing your thoughts.